This isn't a do or die situation. This is a time where you can sit back, relax, think of a strategy, and then kind of, you know, go through with it. There's no need to rush into just a crazy action. That's something that could risk your men and your lives in order to do something. And as I say this, I'm watching a Pershing literally charge the enemy. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 4v4, what else would it be? On Red Ball Express. With us today we have Magic Banana, all by, oh boy, I can't pronounce the name. Is there something else I can call you? Is that a heart or a steak? I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna say Meat Man. So Meat Man and the Devil Who Cooks Dog. Jesus Christ, actually fits well together. Audrey, 69, Arthur, and Love Nest. I know Love Nest, but I double checked. I think that's just someone playing as Love Nest, but we'll see. But in any case, this game is 4v4, as I said. It's made by a fan. I won't say who. But if you want to see your own replay casted, send it to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. I'm trying to do more replays as of late. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that. Also more stream plays. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying all of that. Anyway, oh boy, I already have Assault Grenadiers, and Love Nest went with Encirclement Doctrine. Okay. So that's already a plus in my book. Again, close range unfortunately has some issues with a lot of guns aimed at its direction, so it can't really close the gap all that much. Yeah, it's going to be pushed back. Holy crap, it's very low. I don't think those Grenadiers are going to hold much. They have MGs. He went for a sniper. Dude, there's enough men here. You may want to grab an MG. Holy crap. Allies coming in force. German's like, I didn't sign up for this. Damn, they're already at half health. They didn't even get to cover yet. There is an MG, luckily, brought in by Arthur, who's pumping them out now. But it's only one. And now there's a Maxim on the field. I have, again, really good teamwork over here, and really good infantry play. I like how they're like, yeah, MG's over here. We're just gonna go around. What are these assault grenadiers gonna stop us? That's adorable. Do you? Let's see. Oh, you can get ambulance. Okay, very nice, very nice. Keep your men on the front. You did lose your echelons. I will point that out, but you are continuing the advance. So I don't think that's a good idea. You want to move to cover, but whatever. You're using sheer will. This is a little more Soviet tactics, but whatever the case. Oh, we actually might get the kill here. Oh, he's super low. Oh, sniper. Dude, run. Oh, you run. Pull back. Okay. I know it's just, you know, engineers, but still. Anyway, let's see. We got two American, 2 Soviet versus 3 Wehrmacht, and an OKW. It's before the patch. British have not been buffed yet. MG's like, hold the line! And it's like, no, buddy. Soviets already broke through your line. Plus, the Maxim should be moving up. The assist. Engineer squad needs to pull on back. Mortar coming on in. Nice job by the Soviets to bring in that awesome support. MG pulling back. Mortar still coming down. Still some pressure being put on over there. But American force going for the fuel. At least the Axis held the fuel for that long, so that's good. Unfortunately, the right side I haven't really covered, but it's been more contested. Grenadiers are trying to cap it, but he didn't walk into it. So really good play right there, man. MG's moving up to stop him. Conscripts got pulled back. Was there a mortar over here? Yes, there is already. That's what probably did them in. Oh, they're pulling back, but they have an ambulance over here with a really awesome design. I think that's the Valkyria Chronicles design. Again, great game if you have not played it. Really great game. 4, I kind of unfortunately stopped. I should probably continue, but 2 and 3 I think were mobile game. No, they're Vita. No, they weren't Vita games. They were PlayStation portable games. They weren't on at least I don't think they're on Vita. They're on portable. I don't know why you would do that, but that's where they were. And then they were like, we should probably bring the 4th one to get main consoles because people have been fucking clamoring for it. Anyway, Axis, though, did grab munitions, so they will grab a ton of resources that way. American forces, though, continuing to put pressure on the fuel. Germans trying to get whatever they can to grab it or hold it. Luckily, again, a quick hold over here. Devil, by the way, went Rifle Company. Meat Man went Soviet Shock Army. Lots of mortars and whatnot. And so far, nothing else for the Allies. But Germans, Andre, went Breakthrough, so expect heavier infantry. Which I don't think, has he deployed? He has not deployed any, which, okay. Usually they've been deploying a lot of them early on, but we'll see how the Volk squads do. And then we have a bunker back here to stop a push. Not a bad idea to have a backup bunker, especially in this position where you're literally keeping driven back. MG, though, along with mortar teams, will probably keep the infantry back, although there is a sniper kind of trying to pop shots, already 8 kills, so it's doing work. The problem is, you're versing the Soviets, and it's not like the Soviets don't usually have men to throw at problems. That's their shtick. So, yeah, they're going to have a bit of a rough day. Now, it looks like they're gathering enough men to where they might be able to break them, but with the ambulance back here, they're not retreating fully. They're just reinforcing their back lines. So, we'll have to see how things go. Nice job with the assault grenadiers getting around, though. They looks like they did get slightly suppressed. MG going to reposition while they are suppressed. Artillery coming in from the Zis gun. Really nice job trying to push back that MG. Sniper up to Vet 1. Grenadiers trying to push in on this MG. Once again, another attempt by the assault grenadiers. They're going to chuck some grenades, I believe, but unfortunately they're having... Oh, no, they can't chuck grenades. They're having problems. Good repositioning by Albai on that MG, keeping them back. Axis putting down some early caches, but that might be for the benefit because right now they have no fuel, so they need that. So this, so 69's like, yeah, this is going to be bad. I need to put down some caches. Meanwhile, Scout Car is currently putting pressure on the Penals, but unfortunately Penals are in heavy cover, and they are getting PTRS rifles. So if they keep them alive long enough, they will be a nuisance to the Scout Car. Try to get close. AT grenades are not in the cards either, so that's a problem. We have a lot of grenadiers and MGs coming on into the Soviet forces. Probably won't hold, and if they don't hold, there could be a breakthrough effort to come in from behind and try to get around. Nice rifle grenade destroys their cover. Again, not really hurting them per se, but making sure they're open for more direct fire from the MGs and such. So now 69 has a direct line through and can definitely hurt the enemy. But unfortunately, that means his allies having some issues. Looks like most of his men got pushed back. He does have an MG34 to hold him back, and even though this rear echelon is a flamethrower, thank you to, excuse me, our rifle company. But the problem is the fact that I want to say they're still pretty, yeah, they have an AT gun and stuff. So if this thing tries to push in pretty deep, they're going to have issues. Also, the more these grenadiers stay in this area to cap, the more likely this mortar's going to hit them. So, or 2 mortars will hit them because there's a 120. So yeah, that's a major concern they have. It's like, yeah, we're dodging, and then one hit from that 120 and you're a goner. Oh, there goes one man. AT grenades being fired by the riflemen because they're Vet 1, so you don't want to get close. He doesn't have too much munitions, but it's enough to where he was able to pop some shots and damage the scout car. So he has to pull back. I'm not seeing any mines or anything from the Germans. They do have a lot of resources, which is why I'm like, okay, maybe a S minefield on mid to stop the allies from recapping it, or something like that. But so far, no, that has not been the case. No Panzerfusiliers or Sturmofficer as well on this side. The allies have lost the fuel for a moment, but Germans not in a great state. Looks like they lost a mortar from a lot of artillery fire, whether it's from the normal mortar or the howitzer. They're doing a good job, and it looks like if I was the howitzer, maybe aim for the bunker next once these mortars have been neutralized, or maybe the MG. Those are 2 prime targets. Allies will retake the fuel. AT gun is moving on in. They'll probably do some artillery fire in this sector. Most likely, might have to worry about that sniper being hit. Luckily, he pulls back. Last shot firing. Goes a little far. Hurts the sniper a bit, but he will make it out in one piece. Scout car trying to make it around. Running into a bunch of penals. And you got the AA half-track right here just lying in wait for it. Not very good, but Volk squads are pushing in. And there's no MG to stop them, so they'll go right down the barrel for this AT gun. But, problem, grenade being thrown! And gets a good AoE effect on a lot of targets. Gets some models, but does a lot to the Volk squad. So really good defense by the Devil. Half-track pushing in to push back that scout car. Could probably, actually, if he really wanted to, continue the assault and try to break up that mortar. I know he's kind of just sitting and waiting, and they're kind of repositioning. But doing that might draw the Volk squads away, because that could affect the retreat path. If that half-track is blocking their retreat, then they'll pull back, try to save themselves, because otherwise you're off a situation like that where they're very low and that half-track could have murdered them. Half-track not following up, but luckily doesn't need to. I want to say the AT gun killed the squad, so really good artillery attack. Penal's coming in to save the day. Grenade being thrown, a little incendiary. Doesn't do too much, but it will hurt these Penals enough. But luckily half-track comes in to just slice and dice the Volk squad, very low on health, and will retreat. Very lucky he didn't lose more men in that fight. Scout car coming around. Again, not the best idea, but he is firing through the hedges. Half-track, though, if he can fire through, so can the half-track, but he's more, busy with that MG. He could use our piercing rounds, but he's so low, he's going to die. Stuka's being called in. Stormbinder's got the point, which is good. Nice job. Nice artillery. It gets 2 support equipment and actually even hurts this half-track. Which, wait a second, if he has a half-track. Oh, okay, yeah, so he has tier 3. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, so he has tier 3 building operational. So we have already a Stuka for their side. Do these allies have anything? Also have a half-track. Interesting. So it looks, unless I'm mistaken, they're either doing it for 2 reasons. First and foremost, reinforce. They want to have a reinforce point with the ambulance healing them as well, which is quite nice. Allies putting a ton of pressure to these Germans. Weirdly enough, these Germans are just so focused on, at least these ones, on taking this fuel. I've yet to see any incursions in mid. There's not a single scratch on this battlefield. Now, bomb dropped. Scout car, though, trying to make its way around, is like, I'm going to sneak around. They won't see me coming. AT gun's like, just watch me. Misses the shot, though. Oh, God. Half-track in for some pain. Shock troops coming on in. They kill the half-track. Good positioning right there. If that AT gun would have hit it, that scout car would have died. Alas, that is not, luckily he got out. So really good scout car play by 69. Killing 2 units while they're weak. But again, that was a flank through mid. Again, that's where the allies are incredibly weak, and we're not seeing any action here. 1 unit could literally sneak around and just start causing hell. And for those who don't know, Red Ball is notorious for cutoffs because it's, I know, there's encirclement. So usually these 2 are the big cutoff points that people think about. But this is a cutoff point. That is a cutoff point for all of this. So all of this will be cut off if you take that position. You take that position, allies get no resources. Now, it looks like over here we have Love Nest, or I guess I'm assuming this is a guy that's playing Love Nest based on his Steam profile. But anyway, if it is Love Nest, hey, if it's not, hey, stop taking people's names. But the point of the matter is he's hiding in the trees. He's trying to deploy men. Most likely he might be thinking long term to get behind the lines and do some damage. Not bad for, like, thinking long-term. It might cost you, unfortunately, if you're in a situation where you just don't have enough men to hold the front. Luckily, it looks like you are doing decently well, though manpower is incredibly low for you. You do have a lot of munitions, I'll give you that. Oh, let's see, Arthur went Mechanized Assault. Let's see. Yeah, 69's the only guy who hasn't picked anything. Allies has the all-buy guy who hasn't picked anything. If I was him, the Mechanized Support would probably be the way to go. ISU 152 is incredibly useful on this map. I mean, you could always go Urban Defense, but I don't think that may be necessary. Okay, so let me get this straight. You hid the man to then get him a Panzerschreck to fire 1 shot at a half-track. That is hardened, so it's going to take more damage and will require more shots, with all the other infantry shooting you. Including mortars. You're going to retreat, by the way. You're going to retreat this way. So maybe he's thinking like one last effort to kill this. Throws incendiary. Or push back the MG over here in the meantime. It's on fire. He's walking back. Okay, now the Soviets should have sent at least 1 squad to go kill him. Like, that's a little bit of a rip right there. Love the incendiary, actually. Oh my god, he's going to kill it. Oh, he's so low. But luckily there's a ambulance. Or there was. Hold on, where's the ambulance? Oh, I'll pull back a little bit while that thing's over there. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I don't think there... Yeah, oh, sorry. There's 1 building back here you have to worry about. Which, again, if you know someone has stormtroopers, start burning down buildings. Literally. Scorched earth tactics. Oh, God. Now we have a Stuggy, which I don't care for because, again, it's like an assault gun, but I would rather have a Brumbar, which can take more hits. I get it if your fuel's very low. It's fine. I'm just not... This is more like a dire situation than like a, oh, great situation. Like, I know a Stug army is a thing, but still. Nice job with the half-track by Meatman. Meatman just shredded that MG and just pushed the enemy back quite effectively. We do have a Stuka that's like, I'm staying back. And the Allies have predominantly destroyed the German defenses in the region. They're regrouping. Double Stukas, really? With your predicament? The only reason I'm questioning that move is because right now the Axis lines are pretty much faltered. The best way to describe it, it's 1918 on the, Bulgarian front with a complete collapse and everything's just breaking apart. Fun fact, if you want to know how World War I ended so quickly, think the Greeks, French... Oh god, the Greeks, French, the Serbs, and the British, I believe, all took part in an attack, which broke the Bulgarians, which in turn withdrew the Austrian-Hungarians, which in turn made the Germans be like, oh shoot, every other front's collapsing, we need to sue for peace. So, that was, I believe, the first major front to just disintegrate. But anyway, Allied lines going on over. Stuka just kind of blowing this entire area apart, but Half-Track still coming through. Nice shot, though, with the Stuka's attack, does break it down quite a bit. I do think keeping that back for anti-air coverage would have been probably a smarter move than leading it more aggressive against this huge charge, but he was just trying to kill 1 or 2 men. Nice job, by the way, by Andrei for picking up this equipment for fuel. He desperately needs it, and that's 10 extra fuel for him. Let's see. Allies realizing, wait, is there anything in mid? I mean, there's some Teller mines, so at least the Germans put something down. I mean, they put quite a few Teller mines, to be honest. But it's also one of those situations where now it looks like Germans have regrouped smartly and are countering back pretty effectively until the Soviets like, wait a second, they're pushing? Oh, then we should probably push back. Double MG's going to stop these shock troops. But the MGs are stuck back there while these troops are pushing forward. And these conscripts now have PPSHs, so prepare to be shredded, hopefully. There is a lot of squads left, but the riflemen also vet 3. We have another squad coming on in with an oh god, I love this, the ambulance crew. Oh god, rifle grenade actually kind of friendly fires some of the Volk squad. Are they gonna, oh, one squad died, the poor conscripts. Stuka coming on in. Nice, a little bit approach to be like very close to your own troops. Oh my god, heavy mortar just annihilated that Volk squad though. Really good job. Again, really good pick for having that unit right on the front. It's so far been pretty useful though. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been decrewed, so it's lost some veterancy over time. It looks like Axis forces though on this side are regrouping, but the Allies in turn have recaptured all of mid. Resource-wise, they are just doing very well for themselves until you realize that neither side has their fuel captured, but they will momentarily. Oh, Katusha coming on in. There goes the MG. Bunker's also being targeted, so hopefully that gets reduced in effectiveness. Panzerwerfer on the field. Are we... Hold on. I really hope we don't see a German, like, artillery war really start up. That would be terrible. Although good Stuka kills the unit on the point. So, at least their Stuka has been relatively sound. They've gotten 19 kills so far. But my only fear is the fact that we could see, like, hold on, do they have mines? Do they have mines anywhere? We do not have mines. So they could, if the Allies want to, you could send a Sherman all the way back here and kill both of these with really no repercussions that I can see. Unless I'm missing a mine somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything. Which is weird because it's not like the Axis don't have munitions for some mines. And we've seen telemines in mid, so they did place some defenses. God, that Zis gun has been incredibly annoying for the Germans. But good job pushing them back. On the right, again, they have some defenses and they're holding back some Allied incursions. But the Germans have really battened down the hatches, literally on the outskirts of this capture point, which typically is like the last line you can typically hold. AT fire is currently hitting the bunkers, trying to reduce them. Love them trying to use direct fire on this. That way it's outside the pack gun's range. Well, until they move on up, then it's like, oh, we made a mistake. Yeah, Jackson though quickly pulls back. Howitzer though does get a target, so it is able to start calling in artillery barrage in that position. We do have a Brumbar over here. Great Stuka, by the way. I already see all the XP markers. AT guns though are primed and mostly ready, though they need infantry to back them up. Or they have an easy 8. Alright, that'll definitely help. Penal's coming in to assist. It looks like Germans did retake part of mid, so that's good for them, though this point's still under Allied control. Penal's, again, trying to keep a push back the Brumbar, because they know they have to worry about that satchel that could devastate the enemy. There is that, again, they have to be very careful, because there's that Teller mine right there. Easy 8, trying to put pressure. Blows up the mine with a random mortar fire. Man, if the AZ would have charged, it would have been crippled by it, but no, we're not seeing it. We're not going to see it today. 69, by the way, has chosen German mechanized. I'm assuming you did it for the recon, both the smoke and the spawning scope. But as well, it's like, what else? Like, are you just really going to start artillery war? Do the Allies have a direct strike? That's okay. That's where you're going to need mechanized support to call in that direct strike. Great, you're like, I need to pull back. Artillery fire comes in. Nice hit on the howitzer, at least reducing that. So you have now 2 Panzerwerfers on the field. Okay, sure. Axis are going in for the artillery spam effect. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Albay went with, okay, so he has a direct strike option now. Not a lot of resources, though. I would say more caches need to be placed down across the map. But it looks like the Soviets are playing a really damn close artillery piece. That might be a little too close. I say this, and I know my B4 antics in the past have, well, oh, nice kill right there on Meatman. Meatman, by the way, also getting a Katusha. And look, as much as I'm fine with, you know, getting some artillery, I do think a good tank right now could go around and do a tremendous amount of damage, especially because it's not like the Allies don't have a ton of recon options available. Both Americans have recon and Soviet has recon, so they can identify where the Stukas are and go after them. It's not like that isn't a thing. So that's why I'm always just curious as to why they don't do that. But anyway, we'll see how things go. Sorry, my light was starting to go out a little bit. Anyway, shock troops continuing to battle over the VPs. They should win this fight. Unless these guys can... Nope, they already lost their incendiary. They're going to lose. Not even a question. Shock troops will hold the line. They will hold firm. Stuka, though, opening fire. I'm assuming it's after this point over here. Great hail in the howitzer. Oh, gets another 2 support equipment. Okay, good hits. Again, those Stukas have 43 kills, and that's been too long. American push in mid, they don't really have a lot of AT, so I'm unsure what they're effective, unless they're trying to get close enough for to take out the howitzer. And they just ran to the Brumbar and like, check all the AT grenades! Keep chucking them! Even though it's really a rifle grenade from these, but I digress. The point is, Brumbar is at least, you know, knocked out for a little bit more time while the engineers are like, we lost a few men, it's going to take a little more time for us to repair. Meanwhile, more artillery is coming on in. I'll say this again. Again, in mid is wide open for the most part. Again, you can always have minesweepers, and it looks like you do. The Allies need minesweepers just to be safe, but they could come on in and then just rush on in. Luckily, it looks like the Germans are preparing with Teller mines. A little while. I mean, again, it's just like in the middle of nowhere, but at least they have something. Allies, by the way, control most of the midpoints now. Again, Germans on the back foot for the most part. Munition going very well for the Allies. Fuel-wise, Axis not doing too bad, but that's because they relied almost predominantly on fuel points. They have 1 munitions, but again, right now the Allies also as well need to put down some caches. But also predominantly because we do have Encirclement, and it looks like he is saving up for it. So you want to make sure that person can't do their ability. And again, and I highly recommend this, if anyone on your team spots stormtroopers, red flag, say red flag, good kill right there, but red flag. That way you can be like, all right, we need anti-encirclement tactics initiated. I'm just hearing constant artillery going while I'm talking. Katyushas, Panzerwerfers, you name it. It looks like the Soviets did take a lot of losses, and this is the problem with artillery wars. They're not going to really affect your munitions or your fuel directly unless you're dealing with them. What it's really going to be doing is impacting your manpower, because we can see the manpower of this allied player. It is incredibly low. Oh god, Brumbar just doing point blank. Not a bad idea. It's right on the front. Penals, look, there's some smoke dropped. I'm assuming it was by the Germans. He's not equipping with satchels. Alright, don't reman this. He's literally shooting it. Okay, I don't know what you're doing right there, Meatman, but you really need to focus AT fire or satchels or something on this. Not, like, if one satchel could have really done a lot. Oh, both bazooka shots hit the brush. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, Penals with the clutch. Get one of the Stukas down. Okay, might not be an armored vehicle, but I will take infantry. Problem with infantry, though, they can't exactly give chase. They need to stop moving to kind of line up a shot for the most part. Penals, unfortunately, won't get that last kill, but they will, at the very least, knock out one of the key Stukas on the field right now. So at least that'll decrease Andri's effectiveness with artillery. Meanwhile, it looks like the Germans, though, are... Jesus Christ, we have 4 Panzerwerfers in this front. Do you have enough? Is there enough artillery? It's like, no, we need more. We need absolutely more artillery. It's just ridiculous how many are on the field right now. But again, if they're winning with a strategy, there's going to be no emphasis in changing. again, I say this multiple times, but it applies to multiple things. If someone is ahead, which is why monopolies are very, very bad things, if someone has sole control, there's very little emphasis to change your strategy. So right now, if you're like, oh, these Panzerwerfers are doing great, let's just keep pumping out more of them, you're gonna keep doing it until it just falls flat in your face. This goes to multiple things, from content creators to business practices, strategies, war. It like covers a lot of different subject matters. But that's why competition is good, and also because then you can change your strategy. Unfortunately, in this situation, the competition is literally going to be the enemy pulling out something that can't be artied to death. And lo and behold, Magic Banana just deployed himself a Pershing, which might die from the amount of packs they have, unless the artillery comes in and knocks it out, or mortars or something, but we'll see. Allies, by the way, firmly hold this point. Oh my god, there's been so much explosions that the middle has been cleared. Volk squad's pushing on in. Jackson, oh, wait a second. Oh, damn. They exploded, but actually hurt some of the men. Sturmvik strike coming on in. Suppressing the infantry. Brumbar coming in with the pack. All the infantry suppressed. Jackson gonna try to, I'm sorry, Easy 8. No, Jackson, sorry. Trying to escape. I thought of the Easy 8. I guess that died. Because I don't see it. White Foster's coming down. Nice idea. Provide some distance and some you know, something to keep the enemy from charging you down. Alright, so far, once again, no caches here, so they can deploy in the building. And we do have a cache here, so any attempt will be a lot more difficult. Airstrikes, though, good use keeping the Axis back. Axis, by the way, haven't really talked about the VP points all that much, but even though they have been doing damage with artillery, they are losing the VP war by a wide margin. They're at 67 points compared to 460. Panzer IV, by the way, putting quite a few shots on those penals, which, again, if the line is so weak that a penal is rushing through your lines, you may want to have something there. Mines, MGs, a random armored unit, something. Also, I'm not sure why he's not retreating this. He should have retreated the moment he saw the Panzer IV, but he's probably going to lose it from the MG42, if I have to assume. Hold on. Yep, there it goes. Anyway, but luckily, and to counter that, there are some Soviet forces here to stop the Germans if they push. Some, not a lot, plus a new howitzer, which, again, dangerously close to the front. I'm always in the mindset that with these ones, you want to pull them a little farther back. B4s bring them up, of course, but at the very least, it looks like the artillery did neutralize the LFH, so good job there. Recon is going overhead on the left. Hold on. We do have an Su-85 in Jackson putting pressure on the Panther. That might be enough to do it. Hold on. We have a Panzer IV rushing to the lines, although plenty of AT guns are now hitting it. Plus, Su-85 is now aiming it. Plus the... Oh, although it looks like someone died. Ooh, boy. AT grenade. Panzer IV is screwed, and they might be able to put a couple last shots. AT guns are repositioning with the lieutenant, and Su-85 is getting a nice couple shots. We do have a assault artillery barrage coming on in, maybe to save the Panzer IV, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to die. Now, pull back before you die from artillery. The rifleman might, which would be a big loss, as being Vet 3. Oh my god, like a champ. Run, Forrest, run! Oh my god. That man is Forrest Gump, ladies and gentlemen. He ran through artillery and survived. He just kind of forgot the man that he was supposed to save. But that's fine. That's fine. He learns his lesson in World War II, and then in Vietnam, he again, that's where he saves all the men. And that's, you know, where he gets his award. So, you know, the hidden backstory of Forrest Gump. Greyshot, wasn't he 5 years old when he met Elvis? Let's not talk, or 10 when he met Elvis? Let's not talk about that. Nice satchel, by the way. Oh, please hit the mine, too. Damn it. And it's not being detected, so it would have hit him. Now, we have this, which is currently trying to hit the ambulance. He's trying to break it, but they're like, no, you're going to get out of here. And that unit might die by the Pershing. Hold on. Oh, Pershing brings it really low. Pershing needs one last shot on... Oh, the half-track might take the hit. Hold on. Nope, they get it. So there goes Loveness unit. Now, again, you know where he came from, this building, so place mines, which, remember, as this American, you can do, and as this American, you can do. So put mines there, either as the Allies or or as the Americans or the Soviets. Make sure they can't do that. Meanwhile, the 69 did manage to break through mid a little bit. He did take some casualties, but he did do quite a bit of damage to the Soviet player, so that's good. Soviets, by the way, aka Meatman, is down to 36 overall army totals. If we look at the Allies and Axis, it's actually pretty good for the Axis. They're not doing too bad. I would say it's upper 60s. Allies right now, it's a little more up in the air. I would say probably say upper 50s, but they're still doing quite well. Let me be very clear about this. They have 43 points to 450. They have nearly 10 times the VP points difference. But the big problem of this one, and this is the big thing I want to take note of, is the simple fact that even if the Allies are losing, have to fall back, they have plenty of time. You don't need to rush it. This isn't a do or die situation. This is a time where you can sit back, relax, think of a strategy, and then kind of, you know, go through with it. There's no need to rush into just a crazy action. That's something that could risk your men and your lives in order to do something. And as I say this, I'm watching a Pershing literally charge the enemy. Okay, blew up the unit, which I believe was on the teller mine. So that's going to stop that thing. There goes another one. That's 2. Can we get a 3? Pershing, can we get a 3? What is he aiming? Oh, there was a third one behind the hay. I didn't even see that. Oh, it's still alive. Pershing, final shot. Oh my God. How lucky do you think that Panzerwerfer feels right now? It's like, oh my God. I forgot my lunch today. That sucks, man. Oh, man, he's smoking, too. He's, like, having a rough day. But no, he survived. He survived literally a gun barrel aimed at him. Like some goddamn, well, oh, God, what movie would it be? Shit. And pretty much any action movie where the gun barrel just aims at something, but they stop it right as it, like a James Bond film. Stuka just, once again, hanging the Soviets pretty hard. Okay, this is a better spot for the artillery. I think this is where you first should have put it. But it looks like on the right, the Allies have pretty much fallen apart. Encirclement may not also be a good option right now, because if you stop this, it's not like it's not like they're going to be in Allied territory. All right, but unfortunately, I'm not seeing any defenses here, so it should be pretty easy for the Allies to come back. All right, this guy's once again relying on a bunch of Stukas. Artillery neutralizes that RD piece, I want to say was there, or kills something. Recon's overhead for identifying targets. Allies falling back a little bit. We got a new Pershing on the field. Oh, God, that Panther. Can the double S-25s finish it off? They do. Great kill on Loveness forces, which, by the way, Arthur and Loveness are down to just 1 Panzerwerfer each. So that's pretty good. Now, they are repairing this one, so they'll be back up pretty quickly. Also, if you know the enemy has Panzerwerfers, it's imperative spread out your men. Don't clump up. Think of a Panzerwerfer like COVID-19. You want to stay at least 6 to 10 feet apart from your nearby squad member, so that way you don't get, in a COVID's case, infected. In this case, it is RD'd by a Panzerwerfer. Really, really just top-tier advice from Greyshot Productions. Also, Minesweepers. That's your second piece of advice. A little more clear-cut on that one. Panther falling on back after, walking into that trap. Stuka opening fire, getting a nice hit on the half-track. Unfortunately, this MG takes a nice little wallop. Again, Allied forces still not doing too bad, but they need to kind of focus on capturing the VPs if they can. If they can't, that's fine. They just need to make sure they can deal more damage. Now, we look over on the German side, they have a ton of resources. 69 to Andre have a ton stored up, so it's not like if they lose a unit, they will die immediately. But Arthur as well. Even though he has a, holy shit, he barely has any army right now. I don't know what the hell Arthur's doing, but he needs to kind of get his shit together. Soviets are healing on the front. Again, bad idea. You want to make sure you kind of heal further back. Do the Germans have a, like, consistent recon? They do not. They do not have a consistent recon to call in. They have a smoke, which is like a quick acting one, but they don't have something consistent. So it's not like they can target you with like they can't constantly see it. So if you see that smoke strike, you can be like, okay, I'm gonna move for 2 seconds, can't hit me, and then leave. Penals, they don't know what you're doing. You should probably wait for the shock troops, drop smoke, and then moved up on target. You're throwing a grenade, that's risky because essentially that could kill everything, or they could still be somewhat effective. Looks like shock troops, though, will still be suppressed by 1 MG burst, because, again, the closer you are, the more effective it is at range. MG, though, is pulling on back. We have, let's see, Su-85's kind of guarding mid for the most. Not trying to hold left, but they have no anti-infantry support. Panther's back on the field once again. Loveness deploying everything he has. Arthur, are you waiting for a tiger? You're deploying. You're getting packed. You're actually using your resources. So I don't know what you're doing, but it looks like the Axis have managed to make a small comeback now. The question is, can they follow through? Unfortunately, it looks like artillery mines going to come into play. Which, once again, if you know the enemy is deploying mines, have mine sweepers with your armor. It's super imperative. Because now that Panther's like, ooh, mine. And it's like, yeah, of course. Let's see. So right now they're popping shots on it. Again, gonna need something. No one's coming over to assist. Okay, guys, Jackson's, the Pershing needs some help. There we go. It's not gonna be enough though, unless it bounces. Oh, it's super low. Panther might actually not live. Jackson's coming over, saves its life, and no pack support as well. That could have probably sealed the deal, but Pershing will live. Good. Oh my God, super lucky. Rangers leading the way, charging up the mid. Probably would have been better with Thompson's. You have plenty of resources, Magic Banana. Thompson's would have been a great choice for these guys. Grenade option though, probably will do some damage, but probably not kill it because they're spread out. Stuke E, by the way, Vet 3, 15 kills. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Like I said, I usually just don't care for it because of its survivability, but it looks like you're doing a really good job, Arthur, for keeping it alive. So there you go. Anyway, conscripts kind of just trying to hold the fuel, which is weird because they need. I mean, okay, it's not weird because if you know you can't hold the VPs, don't risk your lives going for the VPs. That makes sense. Nice explosive rounds by the Sherman, trying to push back the Volk squad, and they should be able to. There's more Volk squads coming on in, and we have a Jag Tiger as well, redeploying over there. But the satchels on the penals will probably keep that sucker back. Even if this Jag Tiger wanted to help, I highly doubt it could. Now, satchel's going to go there. It's probably going to kill the MG. It might be spread up enough, but yeah, no, it's dead. That was a goner. So there goes his support. Now, unfortunately, the penals just threw the satchel, so they have a good 15 seconds where they can't do it. So the Brumbar probably knew he's fine. But, yeah, good use there. Shock troops as well covering the pack. Brumbar's like, I need to back up, and it's like, ooh. Alright, shock troops still hit. We have recon overhead. Panzerwerfer coming on in, killing another unit. Don't know what that was. I think it was Soviet. Oh, my God. A line of packs are just kind of holding the front right now. And this is where... this is where it's like, okay, what do I do? Well, you still have Katyushas, hopefully. Alright, yeah, there's still Katyushas on the field. You could still use them to call in this nice saturation barrage. But the pack guns are enacting social distancing. They're keeping themselves separate so that way if one of them goes out, they don't take all of them out. Again, CO2, life lessons. I really hope I'm really emphasizing this for you guys. Anyway, S-285, maybe trying to kill that pack, which would have been a nice little helpful thing because the Pioneers will probably get it back. Again, just help kill enemy equipment so the enemy can't seal it back. Katyusha opening fire, pushing back the pack gun. Looks like the double barrage was able to weaken them, but not enough to kill any of them, so that's good. And, yeah, let's see. Rangers trying to take mid. And again, right now the Allies are in a situation where they just need 1 point. But the problem is their overall population is still not the best. I want to say they're in the mid-60s right now. Axis, though, have gained into the upper 70s. So the Allies are kind of, you know, getting up and like, okay, we're fine. We're breathing. We're doing a little bit better. Same cannot be said for the Axis, which are like, you think we'll be weaker. No, they're still strong. And this guy loves his teller mines. Jesus Christ. So, Pershing now opening fire. Unfortunately, it's the high bench. Let's see, we got a T-gun that probably could provide artillery support. Actually, no, he doesn't have a ton of resources. And I love it's the American who has a T-gun. He's like, I'll take it. Jag Tiger, though, pushing on in against the infantry. Again, could use explosive rounds. Needs to separate social distancing against explosive rounds, all right? CO2 players have been enacting this for so long that, come on, guys. It should be common knowledge at this point. Wait, plane's being shot down. Almost crashed into Panzerwerfer. That would have been great. Okay, this is also another thing. Penals running straight into a Brumbar's main gun. I've learned from experience, not a good idea. Don't do that. But good job on the Axis for keeping the Allies back and away from the points for the most part. Katusha coming in, great shot, all grouped up in one nice spot. So the bunker's gonna die, very close on the Pioneers to dying. Pack gun's gonna die. The Stug will take some damage. Unfortunately, though, it looks like we have another group of stormtroopers. No mines have been placed, no defenses. Magic Banana. You have 500 munitions. Why not a single mine? Why not a single mine? You have a couple of riflemen, or you should have rifleman squads, or you did have rifleman squads. Put them down, mine it up, or get the Soviets. Although Soviets, you probably need a lot more for the recon and the direct strikes, but whatever. Put them down. Make sure you're good. I love these guys just waiting. Like, we need to wait before we can hit that thing. This one will need a Stuka bomb. But also, weirdly enough, there's never been a cache on that point, and I do not understand why. I really, really do not understand why there's not been a cache. So Allies making a push for mid, but the Brumbar just reduces them to scrap, and well, there goes a lot of manpower, like Rangers, stuff like that. Katusha coming in, hitting another pack, but quickly dodging. Looks like one of the Panzerwerfers might have died for Arthur. Maybe by an Su-85, which would have been a good snipe, but I think it may have died. Hold on. Pershing going in mid. Again, which is hilarious. It's hilarious because this guy, I really don't know. Like, there's barely anything here. You have the Jagdtiger and 2 Stukas. Does he have any mines in this sector? He does not. Send A. Jackson to go up and hit those Stukas from the side. Hell, you could run circles around the Jagdtiger without it even firing a shot on the Jackson, also Stuka. Social distancing. Keep your troops away from each other. So if the Stuka hits, it doesn't hit everyone. Now, both the Soviet and American assaults in the sector have pretty much been diminished because of the artillery. Come on, guys. Come on. So it looks like the Allies are retaking the side, though, with the limited men they do have. A lot of Su-85s have been deployed on the field, by the way, by Meatman. Hopefully it's enough to keep back the Panthers and the Brumbar. Jagdtiger might have to worry as well if they group up. It looks like they're more spread out. Infantry kind of just over here. Katusha coming on in, getting some nice shots. Again, nice spread, hitting the pack gun, knocking out the mortar. I think the other pack gun got neutralized as well. So he's down to 1. This guy has 1 as well. So they've lost a couple packs from the Katyushas. So at the very least, I can see the Katyushas have been doing a bit of work. Andriy, by the way, has gone, also gotten like probably in total like 80 plus kills with the Stukas. So really good job there. Because again, people are like, oh, it's easy to use a Stuka. No, it's not. Stukas and other artillery units can be really difficult if you're not good with knowing where the enemy is going to be, predicting pathing and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, you want to, it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, but again, it does require a little bit of everything to help. Now, I think the major called artillery strike there, which actually was pretty effective, pushed back the Panther. Pershing now is able to come on in, but there's still the pack gun there, which Pershing will have to worry about a little bit. Infantry's pouring on in. They're trying to take mid, but they're using this, like, just slow and steady, like send one at a time in. Do a big advance. That's what the Germans were doing earlier in this game to quite a good effectiveness. Hold on. It looks like they killed the cache over here, but the unit's going to retreat. There's not much stopping them, so they'll make it out. The Jagdtiger just chilling back and getting plenty of great sight over the area. Sternvik strike coming on in. Probably not enough to kill the infantry. Plane. Oh, wait. Plane crash. Ah, dang it. Hitting nothing. Would have been great if they hit something. Brumbar, by the way, my MVP so far of the game, because it's just been chilling. It has killed artillery pieces. It's killed almost every, like, once again, one piecemeal, blows it up. Drop smoke. Drop some additional support. Do something. Because otherwise, I'm getting sick of this, like, little approach. Artillery's now coming on in. Great use, actually killing, I think it was the bunker, the MG, the MG's retreating, and the AT gun. This position is now, they're trying to do encirclement. That's not, oh, Stuka bomb just got called in. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, someone's happy. Oh, my God. Someone's really happy right now. All the artillery. I love it. The devil's like, I'm out. I can't deal with this. Oh, artillery's hitting everything. I'm trying to get everything right now. All the easy gates. Oh, he jumped out. He's like, I'll save my units. Like, no, dude, you're encircled. You're gonna die. Oh, Panther just going around trying to get free kills. Luckily, there's still allied units that are actually stuck in the German territory to escape the encirclement. Oh, dude, the allies are capturing territory. If they capture that with encirclement, they'll actually kill themselves. Oh, no. Su-85, though, pushing forward. Again, they managed to advance, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, encirclement is now over, and a lot of the allied lines have pretty much broken apart. All-By lost all of his Katyushas. He has one Su-85 left. They may try to advance, but as soon as the Germans kind of reorder. I love the idea that the Allies advance during the encirclement, but that's kind of like the was it the false pocket that the Germans did in what's it called, France. After the invasion of Normandy, you had the pretty much Germans and the Americans deadlocked on the line in France because of the terrain, but the Americans did like. And the British did heavy bombing strikes, all this stuff, and we were able to get around the German line, come around like a hard point that had like, I want to say tens of thousands of German troops and just get the entire pocket. Meanwhile, the Germans thought, we're going to advance and try to cut off the American encirclement that's going around us, so we'll cut them off instead. And fun fact, did not work. It did not work. And that's what I'm seeing right now on the American front. They got encircled, they lost a lot of men, they tried to advance, it did not work. Oh my god. So right now, T-34 pushing on forward. Getting some good hits. Though another unit coming around the gap against Su-85s that can't see behind them. Or shoot behind them. Pershing can. He's going to turn his turret. Fire. Gets one shot, but they need a lot more. We also have a artillery barrage. Nice kill right there. Panther going to back on up. I would get the hell out of there before any more AT comes your way. Again, another push by T-34. Remember that I believe one of the allies at this point has given up, but it is actually green. This guy's actually a human. He's charging the Axis head on with a T-34. I'll give him credit. Also, Jackson free and able to be taken. Might not be a bad steal. Might not be a bad steal for the allies in general. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, oh, you knew that they had encirclement, and you could have planned. Now, I have shown like other encirclement doctrines, stuff like that in the past, and yeah, it's like some of the times they don't come to fruition, but when they do, it can be extremely effective. It can be incredibly effective. So it's just one of those things. Now the Germans have pretty much solidified their lines across the board. Yeah, there's like the American players trying to push over here, aka the AI, but gonna have some issues. Explosive round did a little bit of work, but they just don't have the resources to really break the line. Yep. So that's pretty much gonna be it, I think. Just gonna fast forward a little bit. Yep. It's about to be GG. But weirdly enough, the Germans are already winning that fight. It was more just the encirclement was a decisive factor for it. And pretty much just sped things up. If they didn't do encirclement, then probably the game would have gone on for another 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. Unless the Allies did something major to turn the tide. But yeah, it was just a slow grind. So let's look here to see how everyone did. Also, by the way, thank you, Magic Banana. I believe Vignash is also, again, maybe keep your consistent names. That's all I'm saying about some of you guys. But Magic Banana, good job. You did try. You did your best. Most damage though goes to All-By, and most kills goes to All-By, and that's a combination of, I believe, is Katyushas and Su-85s, if I have to assume, because those things are actually pretty good at trying to break up the German defenses. 51 kills. The Stuka's probably got a hell of a lot more though. Although a lot of damage by your Su-85, so good job there. On the Axis side, we have Audrey. We have getting top kills. Gee, I wonder how. He had some good Stuka plays, though. I think the Allies could have done more to dive those a little bit. Wow, really? Hold on. Really? Volk squads were MVP? Okay, 70 kills. Never mind. Although he did lose 8 squads, but hey, not bad. But yeah, overall damage-wise goes 69. 69 had some good dives. His Brumbar. His Brumbar specifically was like my favorite unit because it was just holding the line pretty effectively that entire game. Artillery did pretty well, 53 kills. I didn't even know it did that much. I guess that's why the Allies killed it. It's like, we can't deal with this any longer. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if the enemy's going with an artillery war, take upon it to try to dive them effectively. On the right, you could have dived the Stukas. Middle was pretty much open for the first half of the map until the Germans completely lost their side and had to reconsider. Caches would have been better for the Allies as well for long-term additional resources. Pack guns easily killed by infantry and also by, artillery or mortars, which some of them were effective. Some of them, like the 120s, unfortunately perished with the Stuka, with the advent of the Stuka. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think focusing on the enemy artillery, I think better positioning of your own artillery, like I think the ML20s were way too close to the front. Yeah, better. Like just some small stuff. Also, like Vignesh, if I can give a critique to you, I would say upgrading with bazookas or your Thompsons would have been better. You have so much munitions. It's weird that you sent Rangers in without upgrades. You figure you would have upgraded them immediately for better combat effectiveness. But anyway, that's just my current like observations. Audrey as well, mines. I think more mines would have been better because I see nothing over here, and I think that would have countered any sort of armor push, or in this case, the penals that just walked behind and killed it. Like again, he did it a second time, but that's where better unit preservation is needed in order to do that stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this replay. Remember to submit your own. And if you did like the video, hit that like, subscribe button. And it really honestly does help the channel, especially right now. But in any case, remember guys, social distance with your units. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before you go, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons. These awesome people that include Jakub, Ace, Ion, JustThomasPlays, Ollie, Pyroshark, Joey G240, and Milam. Thank you all so much for your incredible support. You guys are amazing. Same thing with my patrons down below. You guys support the channel so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.